Alright, guys. I got tired of being cooped up in the house, so I figured I'd come out and try it for a little bit. Almanac says it's not going to be a good day for fishing, but it's nice out. Found me a nice shady spot so I can sit out here and relax just as easy as I can on a couch. Now I just sit back and relax and wait for the bite, hopefully. Irvin, what's going on, buddy? Had to get out of the house. Yeah, it's super nice out, but the almanac says it's not going to be a good day. It says it's a poor day for fishing. I'm hoping to prove it wrong. Scotty, what's going on? Feeling drag, I'm hurting, but just I couldn't sit in the house anymore. I had to get out and do something. I was going crazy. Last night it hurt so bad I only slept for about an hour and a half this morning. So I'm tired. Figured I'd just sit here and relax and come to a pond that I'm not saying there's no big fish in here. I've never caught a big fish, 5 to 10 pounds. So hopefully I can get on something small like that. Hey, Sarah, still hurting, but I'm moving and getting out and doing stuff. Scotty, I ain't gonna be able to go to Candleton for a while, that's for sure. I can't handle that walk when I'm not hurting. Let's see who all we got up in here. Yeah, fins, I have too, but I've been here now for, about 30 minutes and haven't got a bite. Something is busting shad all the way around this lake, though. El Stan Perez, what's going on, brother? And I just seen one roll out here in a shad school, and it was a catfish, so maybe I need to take my weight off and just put a bobber and fish it about a foot deep and see what happens. Maurice, what's going on, brother? Jonathan, you got me on Facebook. You can holler at me anytime. Normally I'm just sitting on the couch watching NCIS. Haven't been able to go live for a few days because got busted up a little bit. But I'm living, so I'm fishing. And I'm definitely gonna have to switch this smaller rod out and put a bobber on it. I've got a Santee rig that I've got on here. It's got about a 3-foot leader, so I can fish it anywhere from a foot to 3 foot deep. See what happens. I'll switch it out here in about, say 10 minutes or so. I've been out for almost a half hour now, and they're rolling all over. So yeah, I know some people seen my last thing, said I was going to quit, but right now it's just not a good time. El Stan, you going to be doing any fishing? Murder, what's going on, brother? Yeah, I thought about doing that too, Irvin, but then I can't walk to my fishing spot, so I'll just stick with the rib pain. I'm hurting, but like I said, I'm breathing, so I'm fishing. Give y'all a look at what I got going on here. If I Found me a nice little shady spot here on the bank. Put my rod holders out. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if I can zoom in. Yeah. Schools of shad just all over this pond. Wish I had me a cast net. There you go, hell stand. If they're biting like they have been for you though, you don't have time to do any kind of giveaways. Thanks, Bottles. Hard Charger, what's going on, buddy? But give this rod about another, like I said, 10 minutes, and I'm on take the Santa Cooper rig that I've got for the river. It don't have any weight or anything on it, so I'm using the hot dogs and cherry strawberry mixed Kool-Aid. Usually does really good in this lake. I'm far from okay, but I'm doing better. Oh, wow. Let's see if I can get around on this. Look at all of them. There's just thousands of them down there. And they're pretty big too. Scotty, if I had your bluegill dip net, I could get some. My net's too big for those. Yeah, I'm hoping a buddy of mine will come over here later and bring his. I'll fill the bucket up and take them home and put them in freezer bags. I was hoping I'd get on something. It's nice just to be out of the house. Sarah, if you're still in here, you gonna buy that Hobie? I like the looks of that thing. That's one I could get and wouldn't worry about my big rear end falling out. But I found some Peacock Pete. What's going on? Yeah, it's a nice kayak, but for $3,500, I found a couple of 16-foot Lund fishing boats I can fish in the river with for less than $3,500. I think there's a rabid chipmunk somewhere back here behind me in these woods. Well, they say they hold like 600 pounds and comfortable for a 6'5" for that Hobie, but again, it's $3,500. It's got the adjustable seat and everything with it. I'm gonna give it about 30 seconds and I'm gonna change out this other one to a bobber and see what happens. Frank, what's going on, brother? I ain't gonna hook into no monsters in here, but hopefully we'll get something on here pretty soon. So who I was watching on on work time. Alright. So this is what I've got here. It's about 3 foot long. So I'm gonna put it on this rod, throw it out on top, and see if we can't get us a fish. Bear with me while I get up here. Oh, it's kind of painful. I was wrong. It's not shad. It's schools of little bluegill about 3 to 4 inches long. Which I'd still like to have a bunch of those put in the freezer. Put that in there. Oh, that's the worst part, is the cough. If it wasn't for that cough, I'd be okay. Hot dogs, strawberry. And let's see what happens with that. I can't get over, I thought it was shad. It's all bluegill. I mean, just tons of them, schools of them. They're not but about 2.5, 3 inches long. No, I'm not gonna get to. I don't have a boat or anything to do any of the tournaments. I think they have a bank fishing though up there too, but I haven't fished Taylorsville Lake in probably 30 years. Now, did you do any good off the bank last year, Peel and Drag? One half-pound fish. Huh? At least you caught a fish. It's better than what I'm doing right now today. I haven't got a bite. Usually, if they're biting here, I've usually got a bite by now. Turtle out there next to my bobber. See if he grabs it. The problem is I'm in the wrong spot. I've seen more catfish jumping up over in this other corner, and they're hitting on top, so I guess they're going after these schools of bluegill and stuff. Bullheads. I've never caught a bullhead out of this little pond. The one across the street behind me, I've caught several out of there, 2 and 3 pounds bullheads, big ones. I'm doing better. I'm out and I'm fishing, so. Yeah, if you catch them big like those that I was catching over there, they are good eating. We went to Minnesota. I was 17 years old, and we started catching bullheads off this little wall. And the guy that we were up there visiting, he said, yeah, they said this lake's full of them like that. And my dad started keeping them, and he said, what are you gonna do with those? He said, eat them. They thought we were crazy for eating the bullheads up there. We ended up catching about 40 bullheads, about anywhere from a pound and a half, and probably 15 keeper walleye between the 4 of us. We had a pretty good fish fry. I've never just strictly night fished for bullheads. Most of the little ponds around here, you can go any time of day and catch them just left and right. Unless you're wanting to go get some for bait, then you can't catch any at all. Thanks, Hoosier. For their size, a bullhead puts up, if they could get as big as a blue cat, they would fight better than any flathead or blue cat ever would, I think. Well, that's what I call bullheads, the yellow belly, brown on top, real yellow bellies. They're like little pit bulls when they bite onto something. Somebody told me I was a sissy one day because I didn't lip one. It was about 2 pounds. And I said, no, that's what I got these grippers for. I said, if you want to try to lip it, I said, go ahead. It ripped his thumb all up. Yeah, I can't handle the heat right now. It gets hard to breathe, and the smoking doesn't help it any, I know. Kevin, what's going on, brother? Farmall, you need to start getting some green tractors in them videos of yours. Red's okay, but man, I sure like the green. It'd take a lot of heat to smoke something this big. Well, yeah, I've got to say something. That's, having red tractors and Ford trucks, that's just not right. One cast, one fish. Thanks for joining us. And my bobber's back up next to the bank as far as it'll go, I guess. Must not be too deep there because it's been blowing in and it just stopped. So we're going to move it down. It feels great out here in this shady spot, Frank. Let's readjust this bobber. North Carolina. I'm going to adjust this bobber on this thing. That didn't work out like I wanted. Tip of it got tangled up. I wasn't watching. Not enough weight, I don't guess. So we'll do the next best thing. That puts it about over about a 10-foot deep hole right there. Been fishing under the bridges. You gonna have any new videos coming out, Pill and Drag? Pill and Drag, I'm not too far from you. I'm in Owensboro. I'm about 30 minutes from Evansville. That video you did a while back when the waters were down real good and said it was your flathead spot where the bank was cut out and everything, when are you gonna go fish there? Now come on, Kevin. I've got broken ribs, a collapsed lung 3 days ago or 4 days ago, and I'm out fishing. You can't let a little flu or cold get you down. Failing, go back in there and catch some of them channel cats and take them home and eat them. Young kid here fishing. Got here same time I did. He's bass fishing around the edge. I don't know if he's done any good yet or not. There's some big bass in this lake. I've seen bass 8 pounds come out of here. Oh man. Yeah. I was hurting so bad last night. Went to bed at like 9:30 or so, thinking, I gotta get up at 6 to go to physical therapy at 7. So I thought I'd get in bed. Not yet, Scotty. Haven't got a bite. Something's bound to change. Well, you need to get some and make Mama happy. But anyhow, I went to bed at 9:30. Thought, well, I'll sit up and watch TV for a little bit. Turned the TV off at 10:30. Thought, now I can get good, 8 hours solid sleep. And then at 12 o'clock, I was thinking, well, I can get 6.5. And if I can fall asleep here at 3 o'clock, I can get 3.5. And then I stayed up until time to go to therapy and came home and slept for an hour and a half after that. So right now I'm going on about an hour and a half of sleep in the last 37 hours. My personal best channel is 15 pounds. How's it going? Must be bears or something back that way. It's the only reason I can think of running. Dewey Cash, what's going on? I was hoping old Dexter would come in here and throw me some good vibes or something. Ooh. I need something. They're not hitting today. Yeah, I don't know if I'm getting better or just getting more used to the pain, Dewey. Bobber disappeared behind the dock. I don't know. I've got to fish until it gets tight. Wish I could get one of these little bluegill down here to put on that bobber and throw out there. I know they're up here feeding on them and stuff. I'm gonna reel this rod in here and move it closer to. First off, I'm gonna take these bells off so I quit looking, knowing I don't have a belt on anything. That's probably why I ain't getting no bites. Bluegill done cleaned it off. Oh, me. All right. Didn't lose you for too long. Oh. All right. I've done told old Ninja, fly fishing Ninja, this. I had a pretty good goatee going on. And last night I got me a Diet Pepsi and was drinking it. And when I went to go up, this part of the goatee got caught in there and it hit my lip, and I looked down and I seen it and I thought it was a spider. Scared the hell out of me. I threw my Diet Pepsi down. And so I said, enough of that. I went and shaved it off. Who would have thought you could have scared yourself with a goatee? I don't mind snakes. There was a couple of them laying on the rocks on the way over here. I just step over them and go on. But I do not like spiders. Peel and drag, you should be on the flats already, you would think, down there. Get you some bluegill about 2 or 3 inches long. Put them on there live in that one spot. You should be able to tear them up right there. Yeah, if I'm in a boat, I can handle snakes falling in the boat with me, no problem. But if I'm on a four-wheeler or something like that, driving down a trail and run into a spider web, I turn into a ninja in about 0.2 seconds. Yeah, I seen that little bitty one you caught that one day right there next to that bridge. Hey, but you're still doing better than me. At least you can say you've caught a flathead this year. I've only been able to get to the river a couple times. With all this rain and everything, it keeps going up so high you can't get to it, and then by the time it quits raining and it dries out where you can get down there and fish, well, then it starts pissing and pouring again. Yeah, he'd have made a nice little pet for the 20, 30 gallon aquarium. Bobbers right there about 8 foot off the bank. Hopefully one will come in here and feeding on the bluegill swimming around down there. Pick it up and go with it. I just wanted to get on here and see what everybody's doing. Like, there's been days that I've busted the almanac and when it says there's fish aren't gonna bite, but more than not, it's correct, and I haven't got a bite all day. So hopefully if they turn on here in a little bit, I'll go live again. So sitting out here all old and broken and fishing, that's what it's all about, I guess. But anyhow, y'all have a good afternoon. Hopefully I can, something's got the bobber. Let's see what happens before I leave. Something pulled on it. I have a feeling it's big bluegill. Let's turn around so if we... See if it goes down on us here real quick. I'll give it a minute or so and see. Hey Okie, what's going on, brother? Watching that bobber, it's getting a little hit a while ago. I have a feeling it's just big bluegill biting at it. Wish I'd brought a bluegill rod to catch a couple, but I wasn't thinking about it when I got here. I was just going to use the hot dogs because that's what I've caught my catfish out of this lake mostly on. I'm going to jump off here and just sit back and relax, and if I get into them, then I'll go live again. It's not like I've got anything else better to do right now. So with that being said, I am Jim Clark, the Kentucky Catman, and I'll catch you on the next cast. Y'all have a good one. Thanks for tuning in.